remember a story from years ago when Kent and Deb invited me over to their house, and Christopher was running around, and he came over to me, and I said, "Hey, brother." And he just looked at me in the only way that Christopher could, and said to me, "I'm not your brother." And I remember saying to him, if you love Jesus and you're a Christian, then we're brothers. And he still wasn't buying my answer. So he looked up to his dad and asked him if that was true. And Kent confirmed it. And I think that for the rest of the time I interacted with Christopher, he called me his brother. And we always had that funny and neat little special exchange with him. I think about the times that I was running sound at church, and Christopher would be running around, and he'd be up there on stage, and he would be preaching a sermon. He would be mimicking Pastor Jamie and kind of being his own self. I remember opportunities I had to spend time with him one-on-one, to babysit him, so to speak. I remember a time where we were in a room and there was probably, 50 or 100 balls, and we just played dodgeball, him and I, like back and forth, and he laughed and laughed. And that's what I remember most about Christopher, his joy, his exuberance for life, but not just life. It was his excitement to be a follower of Jesus. It was something that many of us could relate to, that took a lot more years of life than what Christopher enjoyed. Christopher got it early. I wish I had gotten it earlier. Each of us probably wishes we got it that much. I remember Christopher in Christmas plays and just not having a shy bone in his body, just up there, just praising God and just so happy to be part of the church. And that's what we're all called to be. And I think Christopher reminded me of that often. And now, for the rest of my life, Christopher will always be a part of it. I will always remember the way he worshiped, his enthusiasm for loving other people, his enthusiasm for Jesus. I know that everything in that Bible, everything is there for a purpose. Everything is there for a reason. It's really a story, an instruction manual, a field manual. It's everything we need to do life the way that we need to do it. I don't know about you, but Christopher challenged me to know that book better, to know God's Word better. I was reminded as I was thinking about doing this short video that God works all things for the good of those who love Him. Every up and down we have in life, every pain and every sorrow is worked out for His glory, for the good of us, because He loves us like little children. And Christopher reminds me of that. That little boy has been through more than I've ever been through in my life. Yet me personally, I never heard him complain about it. I never heard him say he got a bad hand in life. He just took what God gave him and enjoyed it and did the best with it. There's no doubt in my mind that hundreds, if not more, people were affected by Christopher. That people later in life, God will use stuff that Christopher planted in them, and they'll remember Christopher. Christopher, 13 years old, left a legacy that each and every one of us would be honored to have credited to us.